Hi everyone, it's Christy with New Beginnings Dog Training. I wanted to talk to you today about tools of training. Some of you may be on my website and looking at some of the programs that I have on my website, and you may be wondering how I train. And I want to explain a little bit about that today. I do in fact use tools for training, and tools can really involve lots of different things. Tools could be leashes, they could be using treats for completing a particular command, it could be using touch or a kind word or a marker word that causes the dog to do something that you've asked them to do. I also use other training techniques, and that would be training collars, and one of the training collars that I use is a prong collar, and some of you may have seen it before. And of course, I know when people look at this, they think it looks very, very medieval. It's actually not designed to do what it kind of appears like it's going to do. I use the Hermspringer collar, which is a very good quality collar. It has very rounded edges. So if you turn it over, you can feel that these are all nice and rounded, very much like a canine tooth. It's really designed to apply pressure, and very much like when you would train a horse, pressure on, pressure off. It's very similar to that. We often talk about doing that, like the dance. When you first put the collar on, you do a little dance with the dog to get them used to the pressure. And for instance, if we're teaching come when called, they feel a slight amount of pressure, and you call them, and the dog comes towards you and the pressure goes off. So the dog learns very quickly, oh, that pressure means you're talking to me, you want me to do something. I also like to explain that some of my board and train dogs will be using e-collar technologies, remote collar mini educator, and that is a low-level type e-collar that is very much like a TENS unit. If you've ever had to go for physical therapy, maybe you've had to use a TENS unit, which uses, it's a muscle stimulator, so it's very low level, and we do start dogs out using this type of technology at a stage once they've already been taught certain commands. So you can achieve very good obedience, especially for those dogs that maybe have really poor behavior in the house. And you don't want to have to constantly have a leash on your dog. You can get very, very good behavior out of your dog through a e-collar. And maybe some of these techniques you're familiar with, maybe some of these you aren't. If you have further questions, if you're looking at my programs and you're kind of wondering, feel free to call me. Not all dogs learn exactly the same way, so we like to evaluate each dog and see what technique would work best for them. Thanks.